Now apparently in India they call this bike the footier because that's the sound that the engine makes. I don't know if I've been had on that, but it sounds fun. Well, Royal Enfield are definitely on a bit of a roll at the moment with their introduction of a lot of 350 motorcycles into the UK, with the 350 Meteor and now the introduction of the Classic, and apparently soon in October they'll be bringing out the 350 Hunter. So now you've got three types of 350 motorcycle to buy from Royal Enfield, and also next year they're going to bring out a 650 Meteor, which would be fantastic. That's very much like the Honda Rebel 500 when they introduced a 1200 model to go along with that. Well, today I am out on the new Classic 350, which is, in all intents and purposes, exactly the same to my Classic 500. The measurements of the bike are pretty much exactly the same, although I believe the seat is ever so slightly taller. It's at 805 millimeters, whereas the Classic 500 was at 800. Now they market the Meteor as a motorcycle ideal for a shorter rider because the seat comes in at around 750 millimeters. Was it 760? I think it's 760, which is only 40 millimeters lower, which, if my math is right, is 4 centimeters. And I can't really see that 4 centimeters is going to make much of a difference. But hey ho, they say it's better for a shorter rider. Now this 350 apparently is also slightly higher off the ground. So whether that makes a difference, who knows? Oh, this is a nice day to take out a bike for a ride. I've been very lucky, as yesterday it was chucking with rain. Oh, here we go. Up a hill. Oh yeah. Now that feels pretty much the same as my bike. Oh yeah, and you've still got that sound. It feels just like my Classic 500. Now you might have noticed on the front here that they no longer have the navigation system because apparently they're having problems getting the chips. Although I understand that they are keeping that on the Himalayan. So if you're buying a Himalayan, you probably will still get that sat-nav system, whereas on the 350 Classic and the 350 Meteor, they've kind of stopped providing that, and that's why you get this nice little beautiful Royal Enfield badge instead. So this bike comes in sort of around 4,200 upwards, so it can be about £500 more than the Meteor. So if you're looking to buy a 350 at the moment, you've got two choices: the Meteor or the Classic. And if you can save yourself £500, then the Meteor might actually be a good option. And to be honest, I loved it. It was such a nice bike to ride. It looks stylish, and they've actually introduced two new colors. So they launched the bike in yellow and red, and they've now introduced a denim blue with a yellow wheel trim and a battle green. I'll be quite interested to see the denim blue, as that sounds rather smart. Still got that iconic sound. Now the thing I love about my 500 is that the fact that it has a kickstart. And there's something really romantic about having a kickstart on a bike that kind of takes it back to the old days. Now obviously the new bikes, just checking, don't come with that. But that's not a major issue. But as I say, I do love the fact that mine does have a kickstart, which means you can always start it even if your battery is flat. The kickstart will always start your motorcycle. So when I was looking to upgrade my motorcycle from my 125, I thought I'd end up with a Meteor 350 because they didn't have the classics out at that time. But now that they do, I wonder where I would go. I wonder which one I'd buy. Would I pay the extra £500 or so for that classic shape? That's a tough one. But really, that's going to be up to you. A bike's going to speak to you. If you really love that classic shape, then you're going to go for the classic. But if not, the Meteor is a really good option. Now, speaking to the dealer, apparently Royal Enfield are much better now at shipping their motorcycles out, so there's not that long delay that there was earlier on in the year where you could be waiting a few months for your motorcycle. They're actually quite on it, which is good. So if you order one, you won't have to wait too long. This bike is ideal for so many different riders. Even if you currently own a classic 500, maybe it's a few years old, maybe it's like 2015, 2017, and you're thinking about changing to the new classic 350. Well, I don't think you can go far wrong. You're going to have that same classic look and pretty much the same classic sound that you're familiar with, but you've got a newer bike. So this would be a great option. When I heard they were cancelling or ceasing to produce the classic 500, I was quite sad because it was the look of the bike that I always wanted. Now thankfully I was able to get one of the last classic 500s. So I was very fortunate. Now the classic 500s are still keeping their price second hand. So if you wanted to buy a 500, you still can. But they're still around, you know, £3,000-4,000 online, second hand, a few years old. And you could buy this brand new for the same price. I did see a dealer up in Norwich that had a classic 500 Tribute Black like mine, and it was nearing £8,000. That's insane. Well, I hope this has been useful to you. It's not so much of a review. I really just wanted to come out and ride a bike that I may have ended up purchasing and seeing whether, yeah, I'd have been happy with this. And you know what? I definitely would be. You can't go wrong. It's a beautiful bike. The classic just has that appeal, that nod to a bygone era. And it's a real joy to ride. Well, my brother's interested in getting one of these, and all I can say is, do it! This will be so much fun. And then we can go riding together. And if your 350 beats my 500, I'll be well miffed. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.